Been a while, Reddit. How's it hanging? It's been a busy summer in the Mendy's American fast food joint, and I've had many things happen I could have written about. But this one takes the proverbial cake. And then Jesus said unto his disciples, "Let them eat cake," or some shit like that. So we have a frequent flyer, if you will. An adult dressed as a child who's been coming in every day with 40+ ounce cups to fill up at our machines. For a million reasons, this is unacceptable, but it's also theft. He never buys a drink, he just comes in and fills up at the machine. I tell him he has to pay. He can't just keep doing this. He flips me off, smiles, and says he doesn't give a f*** about the police. So I get his car number plate and I text it to my boss. But my boss, Rigoberto, says, "You can't call the cops, OP, and I can't for this, and I won't for this." Okay, fine. Meanwhile, it just gets worse, and he now comes in with multiple cups, runs back to his very expensive and shiny new Mercedes, and drives off. Stealing is stealing, but something about thus entitled prissy pants prick driving a car that's way nicer than my district manager, stealing soda. I decided to hatch a plan so devious, so immature, so irresponsible that I kinda hate myself for thinking it up. I wait a couple of days, and then I decide that it's time for some malicious compliance. Rigoberto said, "I can't call the cops, but not that they couldn't be called by someone else." Yesterday, Prissy Pants comes in with his cups, flipping me off midstream. I decided to use my Joe Exotic granny hillbilly voice to say, Yep, he's stealing my soda, he's stealing my soda, yep. Now this gets everyone's attention, including the two paramedics ordering their usual 3 p.m.-ish lunch. Prissy Pants sees one of the paramedics pick up their walkie-talkie to pretend to call in a theft in progress, which agitates him to the point of throwing a chair out the window and running for it. I didn't expect him to flip out like this because maybe no one thinks paramedics can call the cops? I don't know. He trips, gets some minor abrasions, and is observed by the paramedics for a long time. Long enough to let the cops show up and arrest him. The cops give us a link to send the video to, and I had the pleasure of ringing up 67 individual large sodas on one receipt to hand in as evidence. Just over 200 quid. And when you add the damage for the chair and the window, it's more than enough for the police to move on and impound his shiny new Mercedes. And yes, the paramedics and I were in cahoots to get this called in without me calling the police. The paramedic, Jo, was supposed to pretend to call to scare him out here, but she really called it in, evidently. Thanks, Jo.